We've been expecting you. Please follow me. She's instructed me to take good care of you before she arrives. Your shoulders must be aching. I'm sure I can help loosen you up before Diona arrives.
You look like you're ready to go.
Securing Kythera can wait.
Good, because I can't. By the fates!
Did she leave already?
Yes, quite a while ago, in fact.
Diona said something about the scouts and their report. Where are they?
Diona is done with you.
Malaka!
That's enough, Sherry.
You! What's going on?
I was just doing as I was told. Diona told me to take you to the garden. Please don't kill me!
Why did they attack me? I freed these men myself.
Diona played you like she did the High Priestess. The captain you killed was a leader for her sister's reinforcements. And the poison was to be used against you if you prove too dangerous.
I'll show that snake exactly how dangerous I am. Why is Diona doing this to her own people?
Diona hates her sister. She's been second best all her life.
So she joined the cult to take power?
I never expected her to take it this far.
I'm going to kill this traitor.
She's on her way to kill the High Priestess at the altar, north of the temple. You'll have to hurry.
The altar? Good. Aphrodite will have a sacrifice tonight.
Do you trust the face you see in your reflection? I don't.
What else do you want to know? I've told you everything.
I'm going to kill this traitor.
She's on her way to kill
The altar? Diona, where is she?
She has the High Priestess, by the altar of Aphrodite. Follow the road ahead, and hurry.
Diona, where is she?
She has the High Priestess, by the altar of Aphrodite. Follow the road ahead.
You're identical twins? Don't move, or I'll cut you both down!
Thank the fates. They were going to kill me and blame it on you. Strike Diona down. She's Diona. Her jealousy and bitterness have driven her to work with the cult. My own sister. This is madness. She's Diona, and she's conspired with the cult to usurp my position as High Priestess. Don't be deceived, Miss Theos. They've set this final trap to fool you.
I can't believe you're twins!
She's always been jealous of my success, mercenary. Living in my shadow has finally broken her. Kill her now! Lived in my shadow! I loved you, Diona. I never wanted to be your superior. Miss Theos, you must kill her before she lets the cult take over Kythera. It pains me, but it must be done. You wouldn't feel a thing, you monster. I'm not sure you ever have.
The High Priestess will know what was in the note from her handmaiden.
Do not trust the Fates! How could you possibly know that? Her end must have been so tragic she renounced the Fates. The poor girl, it was all my fault. I sent her to spy on you, and you had her killed when she threatened to expose you. Don't listen to her lies. I am the High Priestess.
I could just kill you both. Maybe I should.
Kill us both? You truly think they care which one of us lives or dies? She speaks true. By the Fates, with both of us dead, the cult will simply send their own High Priestess to fill the void. You would know what the cult would do, wouldn't you, Snake?
What if I let you settle this yourself?
Walk away and you'll have more blood on your hands. The Oni will surely slay me. Snake! She knows I am the one who will perish. If you do nothing, the fall of Kythera will be all your fault.
Enough!
Slay the Oni where she stands! Do the right thing, Misthios. Slay the Oni!
Shut up! You! I see right through you, the Oni. It's over.
By the Fates, I'll kill you both!
One less evil in the world. Your cult leader has been sniffed out, High Priestess.
My own sister.
Siblings.
I hated her. But I loved her too.
I know how that feels.
You've secured Kythera for me, Misthios. Now, about the cult of Cosmos.
Good thing I killed the right priestess.
Indeed. As High Priestess, it is my duty to call out to the wayward and return them to Aphrodite's bosom. And if you've ever been to Pefka and met its inhabitants, you'll see why divine intervention is their only salvation.
I've never been.
Lucky you. One of my priestesses was sent there and came back rattled. She spoke of a man, Melite.
What about him?
The people living in Pefka are terrified of him. He runs some shady operations, but what exactly I can't be sure. Maybe this will be of help.
Thank you, High Priestess.
Now, if you'll excuse me, it is time to rebuild. Here. The cult of Cosmos is in Pefka, Misthios. Seek out Melite and destroy him.
Increase speed! Hang on tight!
Commanders left the helm! I'm forever invested in your I knew someone! Yeah!
Troppo poveraccio!
You've more than made up for killing my abductors, Miss Dios. Thank you.
Try to stay out of trouble, all right?
I'll consider it. Put my coins to good use and wish me luck.
Good luck.
The Delos Islands, two sides of the same coin. Delos, sacred birthplace of Artemis and Apollo, and Mykonos, where people do everything that's forbidden on Delos.
Read me the note again.
Eagle-bearing Mystios. That's you. Otharkis, cruel leader of Delos Islands, takes money from our pockets and food from our mouths, all to feed his
Insatiable.
Yes! His insatiable thirst for power.
Otharkis is one of them, Varnavas. The ones hunting my family. Keep reading.
We are a modest but fierce group of rebels who'd pay you handsomely to help us overthrow our vile oppressor. I pray the winds guide you swiftly to our shores, Mystios. Our people are dying. Signed, Kyra.
We arrived just in time to help.
You see, Poseidon wasn't trying to drown you. He was getting you where you needed to go. Aggressively.
Does the note say where Kyra is?
There are two locations marked. A camp along the northwestern coast and a hideout that looks like it's underneath the city.
Podarkis sounds like a cruel man.
He's worse. I once heard a family was late in paying their dues to the gods. Podarkis sent his men to their farm and took the young ones from their beds. When their mater and pater woke up to feed the animals, they discovered the animals were already feeding on the corpses of their sons.
The sooner I send this monster to Hades, the better.
Even Hades would shudder in his presence.
This place seems nice.
This island has a giant history, my friend.
We don't have time, Varnavas.
I meant Mykonos literally has a history involving giants. Apollo was once friends with Hyperboreans from the snowy north, until one day they sent 2 maidens and 5 of their men to Delos with offerings for the son of Zeus. They were never seen again.
And Mykonos?
The island itself was built from the corpses of giants slain by the legendary Iraklis.
My mind wandered. Remind me what the note said?
Eagle-bearing
The
Mystios.
short version, please.
Podarkis, cruel leader, thirst for power, pay you handsomely, rebellion, people dying.
It's time I met with this Kyra.
I'll have the ship ready in case we need any immediate departures.
That was Kefalonia, and that was mostly your fault.
Here, Cassandra.
Here, Varnavas. Come on. Let's go. I need to stay hidden.
Just die! You are
Artemis of the wild land, mistress of animals. Seems like a good place for a hideout. I'm looking for the one called Kyra. I've come in response to a call for help. You missed.
Are you here to spy, Athenian? Or maybe you are Athena herself, dressed in a dirty disguise?
I came to help a fierce group of rebels, but I show up and you're all drunk.
Podarkis and his men have been hunting and killing us without mercy. His spies are everywhere. He won't rest until all who oppose him are dead. We are all that's left of the resistance. This is the first night we aren't fighting for our lives. And it could be our last. And suddenly, you show up.
This is why I'm here. It's your symbol, right?
You're the Mystios who bears the eagle of Zeus? My apologies. These are dangerous times for anyone waging war against the Athenian Empire and the Delian League. I am Kyra.
Your note mentions Podarkis. I'm going to find him.
His house is on the coast, north of Mykonos city. But he's heavily guarded. We've never been able to get close enough without taking heavy casualties. This is why I sent for you.
I thought Delos was the heart of the Delian League. Athens' pride and joy.
We were, until Athens took the League's treasury away from Delos.
Why?
So they could build a statue of Athena mocking Apollo. The people pleaded with Podarkis not to trust Athens with the treasury, but his thirst for power made him deaf to his people.
If things are so miserable, why doesn't Delos abandon the League?
Podarkis sends Athenian soldiers to collect money from us all. The moment that stops, Athenian ships will burn our islands to the ground.
I came here to help you deal with one man, not go to war.
Which is why I sent word of a rebellion to the mighty Cassandra, and Sparta too.
Podarkis discovered the other cap and sent Athenian soldiers to attack.
Malaka!
You and your rebels are too drunk to fight. Leave the soldiers to me.
If you think I'm going to miss a chance to kill Athenians, you're the one who's drunk.
Did Sparta answer your call for help?
A polemarchos named Thaletas and a handful of Spartans landed on Mykonos not long before you.
It's their camp we're headed to, isn't it?
Thaletas needs our help. So he can help us out, maybe.
Sounds Spartan, all right. Let's go. Yeah! Hello. Move. Move! Yeah!
By my side! Life ends here! This is war! It's my blade!
this Spartan?
You fought well, Kyra. You too, Spartan?
I was, but that was a long time ago.
Spartan blood is eternal, stranger. What's your name?
This is Cassandra, the one I told you about.
They call me Thaletas. I was Polemarchos to the Spartans here.
Was?
Our ship was sunk. Our generals killed. There are only a few of us left.
Soldiers die. It's what they do.
And we will mourn them later.
She's right. We shouldn't be standing here drenched in Athenian blood.
We'll be safe in the hideout. Let's talk there.
Will you come to the hideout now or meet us there later?
There's no time to waste. We'll go to the hideout now.
How long till Podarkis finds us? We're right under his nose.
His nose is so high in the air, he couldn't find the statue of Artemis Agrotera if he was standing on her head.
We know where he lives. I say we knock down his door and run our spears through his face.
That's a terrible plan.
The Spartan phalanx is impenetrable in a ground assault.
Not when there's only 12 of you. You think with your heart. That's what I like about you. But you're a general. To those men now, you need to think with your head.
All you do is hide in caves and lurk in shadows. We didn't come here to hide. We came here to fight!
And we will. But right now, we're outnumbered. We must be strategic. Cassandra, what do you think we should do?
Kyra's right. Taking them head on would be suicide.
Sailing here was suicide! Right now, my men are on the beach. That's where I'll be!
Let us don't!
If you decide you actually want to win this rebellion, come find me.
Spartans.
Don't mind him. He'll be fine after he kicks something. But I'm glad you agree with me, Cassandra. Meet me at the Temple of Artemis. There we can discuss how to take down Podarkis.
This is going to be a long rebellion. Coming for you, Podarkis.
Don't exactly blend in, do you? Cassandra, I'm glad you came.
I'm glad you didn't throw another blade at me.
I know. You came all this way and I was cruel to you.
Well, you weren't the first, and you won't be the last.
Dilians are kind people. At least we were. Before him.
Podarkis.
That man's been hunting me my whole life.
Podarkis and others like him want me and my family dead.
He executed my family when I was very little. I survived on the streets. Was raised by hunters, rogue warriors, and mercenaries like you. They are my family now. And one day, I will fire an arrow into his black heart. One for every Dilian family he's destroyed.
Then it's time we turn this predator into prey.
How do we get past his guards?
Soldiers need two things to fight. Swords in their hands and food in their bellies. Take them away and the guards fall.
Scouts reported Podarkis' supplies and weapons were stockpiled in the old ruins on Delos Island.
I'll go to Delos, find their stockpiles and destroy them. Speed up! Woo! Feel that wind!
What are you doing here?
Off we go now.
Έλα. Come on.
A new day in Greece. Those lions are impressive. I wonder what they're guarding.
Έλα. Έλα.
The Kynthos Ruins. This is where I'll find Podarkis' weapons and supplies.
Is someone trying to get my attention? Huh?
I'm on your trail! Gotcha!
Who knew rebelling was this much fun? Podarkis's troops will be helpless. Break their supplies, break their will. Supply crate. Should destroy these without attracting attention. That should do it. Kyra will want to hear about this. Athenian wine. I'm sure Kyra would enjoy this. Come to think of it, so would I.
And? Is it done?
Podarkis' guards will have to fight with their fists and on empty stomachs from now on.
Excellent.
I also found this.
You sneaky, sneaky Misthios. Athenian wine.
When all this is said and done, I thought we might share some.
You surprise me, and to think I nearly threw my blade through your neck.
No one's perfect. So what will you do once Podarkis is dead and the rebellion is won?
The sad truth is I have no idea. For as long as I can remember, every day has been a struggle to live, to love. Vengeance has all but consumed me. And what will Cassandra do once this is over?
We have a lot in common. I was hoping when the smoke clears we could find somewhere quiet.
And what exactly do we have in common?
I know you've struggled to get where you are. You've had to fight and claw for everything you have. I know, because I've done the same.
We're survivors. I'm glad the gods brought you to our shores, Cassandra. Some time alone would be nice. You must have many tales.
It's time we got going. When Podarkis learns of what happened on Delos, he'll want revenge.
And the first to suffer will be the Delians.
Here.